another big event, the return of the in-person ambassador auction from Jackson High School. Principal Monica Pierce and JPS Parent Liaison Christy Dillon. Welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here.
It's always wonderful to be here.
Yes.
Very glad that the ambassador auction is back in person.
Yes, we're excited as well. It's been so many years that, actually since I began. So I started as the head principal in 2019 and we were planning for the big event, March 2020, and then it was shut down. So this will be the first time in person for me. So I'm excited.
So it's a big event, particularly for the class of 2023. And Christy is a mom of the class of 2023.
I am, yes.
It's a big deal for the senior class, isn't it?
It is, yes. Yes, he's excited. We're excited. I mean, and sad, having a senior. So I have a lot of people say, oh, does that mean you're going to stop doing things because your kids will all be through school? They're like, can you have another baby? I'm like, yeah, no, that's not happening.
Well, hopefully you'll stick around long enough,
Yeah.
because your grandkids will be eventually.
I agree. She has to stay.
It's back, but it's got some changes to it.
Yeah,
What's
so a modified
different?
format. So we are going to we have the online auction that will take place, and then the in-person will be with appetizers and mocktails and desserts. So we're looking forward to a wonderful evening, sort of a hybrid model for our auction, but just giving people the opportunity to be in person, to socialize, and to talk with one another as we continue to have the auction.
Tickets are being sold. Right now you can get your tickets.
Yep. You can go right to the GiveSmart. We have a QR code on our invites. It's all out on our Blackbird messages, so they can visit www.jhsambassador23.
I really actually like the hors d'oeuvre format because that's been the most popular
Yes.
part of the dinner in the past.
It has for me as well. I love the options to go around to the different stations to try the wonderful food that Tyre provides for us. So that's what we talked about. We thought that would be a great alternative, is to just do a bunch of different appetizers.
Yeah.
Yep, and actually Chris Murray's going to come back and make an appetizer. So
cool.
Chef Murray, yep. So he reached out. He had a great visit. Obviously, the food circus episode he loved, so it was a great episode. But he said, hey, I'd like to come back and do an appetizer, and I'm like, that's awesome. So we can't wait to see him again in a couple weeks and try some more of his food. So
The JPS food service, Tyre, they're awesome.
oh, wonderful.
I remember, I think the last ambassador event, they had this giant wheel of Parmesan cheese. Remember that?
Yep.
And they were making, I can't remember what it was, but it was just unbelievable. Very
pasta, yeah.
creative and unique.
Yes,
Yep.
each time they do.
Remember one year they had the Hinkley donut.
I remember that.
Sundays.
Yes.
Donut hole Sundays.
A creative way to use our local business. I love
Which
it.
is so great about all of our auction items too. Our community is wonderful. Like we have our committee that goes out. We have several different committees within the ambassador and our silent auction group. People are just so willing to give. Actually, I just picked up the Kelly Fuels gas cards. They're always one of our big, premier items, and I'm always so amazed about the giving in this community. So
Now it's been silent auction and the basket raffles and a live auction. All those.
So right now, because we switched to that GiveSmart app, some of the feedback we've gotten where, sometimes the programming could be really long. So because we did so well with the GiveSmart app and the virtual part of that aspect, we're keeping the items on there. So we're not going to do a live auction part. We'll have our premier items. We're hoping to have the items all up and loaded prior to that Monday before the auction, so like the 6th, so people can start bidding. That was another thing, is people wanted longer times to bid. And what's great about that GiveSmart app is if you are bidding, say you're bidding on those gas cards, and then you get outbid, it will send you a text and say, someone just outbid you. So it kind of plays up. So the longer, people really wanted to have more of an opportunity throughout the week to be able to do that. And using this GiveSmart app allows us to do that, you know, whereas in person you had your paddle number you would write down and, you know, it was all happening right then. But yeah, so that part will be a different.
I like that better, particularly you know, when there's time, the section closes and there's
Right.
people hovering around the things.
Right.
I was one of those people.
Yeah. Yeah. So people will still have the items on display, but just for viewing purposes, we do have on the tickets at $30 if you just want to be an online virtual, you know, do it that way. Where you can't attend the event, it's $45 if you want to attend, plus enjoy the appetizers and mocktails and desserts. So we have some different options out there for people.
So give us a couple ideas of what are in the big items that you have this year.
Well, Hammond Hardware is always wonderful. They, you know, donate a grill. So we have a fantastic grill that'll be, you know, we're getting close to that weather to be grilling, so people will be thinking about that. We have a great bike from On Two Wheels. So that's, I think, I heard it was like a $400 bike or something. So
My pound cakes,
yes,
the big ticket items.
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, so the gas cards are $1,300 value. So yeah, just an assortment. And we have things of all different prices. So it's not, you know, anybody, we have stadium jackets, obviously Jackson High, you know, wear all kinds of things. So there's a variety of things for everybody.
Monica, are you going to make your pound cakes this year?
I am going to make them. So usually we have them in the auction, and then when someone contacts me after they've won to make them for them, then yes.
Custom made.
Custom made.
So they haven't been
fresh.
poked and touched all night.
No, they're not sitting and waiting. I think one year I had samples. The first year I did it,
Yeah,
I had
she did.
sample.
That's a
I had
good
one
idea.
cake and I had a sample out, and
Yeah,
yes, it did very well.
yeah.
So how many valedictorians are there this year?
We have 12 valedictorians this year. So we're excited. We're coming up on the end of our second trimester, and that is when they're finalized. And so currently 12, and hopefully we'll remain with those 12 after the trimester's over. But they're all excited, and I'm confident they'll all be the valedictorians.
Some of the money that gets raised allows you to beef up the scholarship awards to students.
Yeah, so we are so grateful to our community, our corporate donors. They provide the funds for our valedictorians to receive those $1,000 scholarships, and also we have a group of students who submit applications and essays, and they are selected to receive money as well. So, and it usually matches, so 12 valedictorians and 12 corporate scholarships that are given.
Is it too late to donate prize items to the
No,
auction?
we're still accepting them. You know, it doesn't take long to add them right on there. So if anybody wants to, you know, sees this and says, hey, I'd like to donate something, you know, let us know. It's basically a great way to advertise because we usually link. So when we post an item on the app, we say, you know, we also put a link to that company. So we really try to give back in that way and thank them for the support. So
Cool.
yeah.
Monica, I also want to congratulate Jackson High for one of your students, Mylan Weatherspoon, who was honored at the Black Excellence Awards on Saturday night.
Yes, that was exciting for him. So we have spoken before, and he was just always telling me about his businesses. So we had the opportunity to nominate him for an award, and he was honored at that event, and it was a huge event, and he looked wonderful. I saw some pictures of his suit and whatnot, so he was
Yeah.
excited about receiving that award too. Mylan's a great kid.
Well, he's in fashion, so he's got to look
Yes.
look
Right.
great. Right?
Yes.
I'm looking forward to the event. It's coming up on March 10th.
Yeah.
Before you know it, it'll be here.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Weekend after next.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You bet. Principal at Jackson High, Monica Pierce, and JPS Parent Liaison, Christy Dillon. Got a lot going on this